Hi, if you're a Gemini born May 21st to June 20th, what can you expect for the month of June 2020? Let's tune in and find out. So you may feel like you've just flip-flopped. You may feel like you've just changed positions in your life. Like suddenly you may find yourself taking the opposing position. So there's a lot of changes. You may feel a little bit like inside out. And that's not a bad thing. I just see you looking more internally and finding a better way of doing things and being less scattered. So the universe sort of forces you to, like I see all these, like you start to see the holes in your life. You start to see what's not working for you. And also you start to see the excess, whether you have too much this, too much time in your hands, or whether it's too many possessions, or you have not appropriate flow in your life, or you're just completely disorganized. So you're being shown these holes in your life that don't work anymore, right? So it's not a bad thing, but there is a good opportunity here for you to really make big changes for yourself. So we have so many things happening astrologically. There are, well, first of all, let's just start with there's a Mercury retrograde, which is a small thing compared to everything else, starting June 17th to July 12th, right? And that's when you don't want to really buy electronics. You want to stay away from signing contracts if possible, or just double and triple check communication if you do, and paperwork. But also, we have 3 eclipses in a row starting June 5th. So full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. That's the beginning of a new series, which is going to be Sag and Gemini. So in your sign, and they will go on for about 2 years, and they are designed to kick us in the butt, to get us moving, to do those things that we know we should have been doing. And then sometimes they're a disruptor. They come in and just shock you. So your life is changed, right? It's always about moving us forward. Sometimes it's not painful. Doesn't always happen on the day of. So we have the June 5th, which is the full moon lunar eclipse, which is about bringing closure. So there's some area of your life, it could happen up to 30 days before or 30 days after. And generally, strongest, the majority of people feel it in their sign within the first 5 days of it happening. And the other thing is so when it happens to your sign, it just, obviously it's more intense. You feel it more. So you may feel this sign more because it's your sister. It's on the opposite side, right, of the astrology chart. So it's directly opposing you. So it's the Sagittarius versus Gemini. So those 2 signs go together. We're just ending Cancer and Capricorn. So the June 21st is going to be a new moon eclipse in Cancer, and then, which is all about new beginnings and new start. And then we're moving July 4th and 5th with the final eclipse in Capricorn. And then those 2 signs are going to be done for many years, right? So you're just about to start yours. It's an exciting time. A lot will happen for you in these next 2 years. There's a lot of learning that happens, a lot of reevaluation. It gets you out of things or programs or situations that don't serve you and move you along the path of life. Sometimes it's really uncomfortable and scary, but always rewarding if you stick with it. And we don't have a choice, so you might as well go with the flow. So, all right, let's look at your relationships, Gemini. So let's start. Let me also say happy birthday to you Geminis who have birthdays in June. So let's look at your personal relationships. Those of you that are in a coupled romantic relationship, what can you expect for the month of June? It's going to take some time, for you to focus on the relationship. And it's like you love riding a bicycle, and then every now and then you get a hole in the tire and you have to stop and you have to fix it and you have to repair it. That's a little bit like your relationship. You're going along and all of a sudden you hit a bump, a little blowout, fix it, and keep moving. So it's one of those things for those of you that are coupled. There's a few bumps along the way, but you enjoy the ride. So not a big thing. If you are in a situation where you feel like you might want to leave the relationship, you're going to have clarity around that. And certainly that July 4th and 5th could even be right now, the June 5th Sagittarius, which is that endings, or the other ending eclipse, July 4th and 5th in Capricorn, are endings where you may decide, we're done with this relationship, we're done with this partnership, and you're moving forward. So this is not something that would come out of the blue, though. This is something you would already know, you'd have an awareness of. If you're the one who's going to leave a relationship, it's not something that you just wake up and go, oh, I'm done. Like it's been there in the background. So it just may be the time when you want to act. But for the majority of you guys, I just feel like it's, as I was saying, just this bicycle riding along, enjoying, then you hit a little bump, you fix it, and you keep moving. So all in all, feels very good. Let's move into single Geminis. So let's see, single Geminis, what's in store for you? So, okay, you're going to be asked to really assess your relationship in your dating process. And if you like how you've been showing up in the dating world, and do you like the results you have? And some of you are going to be forced to really look at your behaviors, the things that have gotten you in trouble, your fears, things that haven't worked for you. So there's going to be a really stark awareness around things that don't work. Like there's no time. So in other words, if you've been warned along the way to stop a certain behavior, right? Then, and you don't, these eclipses are times that could just really be harsh, right? So let's say you're somebody who's a serial dater and you're a serial cheater, and you're somebody who is with one person but then you cheat all the time. You're going to get caught and it's not going to be good, and it's going to be really challenging. So you may end up losing both. You may end up losing face. You may end up losing career. You may end up losing job. So just be aware, Geminis, that the universe is trying to help you out, how to create better boundaries, how to manifest differently, how to be a different person, how to not hurt people, and how to move forward in getting what you want without self-destructing yourself or others. So if you have a bad behavior like that, it's going to come up. Now, what if you're just somebody who's just super picky, and you're just like, you assess everybody, like that before you meet them, and then you're like, oh, I don't need that, right? You're going to be shown those judgments back at you, right? So there's a big reflection coming back at you in the dating world about how you're being or how you're acting. People are no longer going to be silenced, so people are going to call you on it. So you may be, if you're on social media, they may call you out and say, you know what, you didn't even give me a chance. You didn't even know. You just assumed this, right? You may be on one of those apps, and they may just call you out and say, wow, you just totally dissed me without even asking me. So just know people are tense, and you have to be clean and clear, Gemini, with your communication, or you're going to get smashed. Not saying that you don't know yourself. I'm saying be careful with your delivery and be careful with your communication, and don't flip-flop back and forth, because you're going to get crushed in the process. Okay. And there is opportunity for you guys to meet potentially somebody that you already know who reemerges, right? So maybe you've met a month before, but now it opens up and you can start to actually see each other again now during that retrograde, June 17th to July 12th. And of course, we still have Venus in retrograde. Venus goes direct June 24th. So that your love life could open up at the end of June, right? And bring somebody back into your life that you had an interest or a fling with previously. So there's opportunity still for you to be able to enjoy life. Let's look at money and career now for Geminis. Oh, really budding, really opening up. Don't get ahead of yourself, right? Be present. Be careful not to project what you think is going to happen. There is a lot of change amongst the chaos, but I really see you guys coming up and really blossoming, really doing well in your career. And there may be some new formulations or new ideas, innovations that you come up with that weren't possible before. But with so many structures being broken down and so many things not working the way they have. Higher ups, bosses, co-workers, people are open to change. And I feel like you guys may be that innovator. You may be the one that says, well, why aren't we doing it like this? Or why don't we do it like that? And people are going to listen. So just be aware there's opportunity for you to really influence other people for the positive in your career. Money, I see money coming to you, like a lot of money coming to you. So this is good. So I really feel like you guys are in the flow. If you don't have a job, you're gonna have a job soon. There's opportunity. And that could be with that second eclipse we have in Cancer, June 21st, which is a new moon, right, on steroids. That's what the eclipses are. Just really powerful new moons, which are new beginnings, new starts, fresh starts. So that June 21st on, you could find yourself, from that first 10 days, the last part of June, really making more money and or finding a job if you needed a new job. Okay, let's look at your health for Geminis. You're not going to be able to avoid your health much longer. Especially getting into these eclipses in your sign. If you're somebody who's, notorious for, burning the candle at both ends, you're going to get caught on fire. You're going to find your body's not going to hold up. You're going to find some things are going to trip you up with your health. They're going to be brought to the surface. Okay, so it's really about paying attention and honoring your body. Now, if you already are in alignment with your health, you're eating right, you're getting proper rest, you're getting proper nutrition, then you're good to go. Then you're gonna pass through these eclipses, no problem. But if you're somebody who's just reckless and out of control, you're gonna have some challenges, especially like heart related, chest related, lung related. Potentially, I see it like here. But again, if you're somebody who's like, I'm doing the right things, I'm exercising, I'm eating properly, I'm not burning the candle at both ends, I'm not doing, drugs and beating myself with alcohol and things like that, then I feel like you're going to be fine. But for those of you that, are addiction prone, you're going to have to be careful. There could be potentially here problems with your health. So you really want to get the help that you need. And there is big new openings for you, for doctors, for the right therapies, for the right healing modalities. There's a lot of healing that can happen, especially with that new moon in Cancer, June 21st. I see lots of opportunity for you to heal and for you to get what you need. It might even be a time for some of you to enter rehab. Some of you start a new diet, a new way of eating, meditation. So just a lot of being in the flow with harmony, with yourself, with your life purpose. Some of you will be moving, finding, and maybe that helps getting you out of the environment that you're in and moving you to a new environment. But remember, right, change comes from within, not externally. So if you're just picking up and changing, but you're not doing the internal work, you're going to recreate the same drama and saga at your new location. So keep that in mind, wherever you go, there you are. So there's a clue in that. Take care of yourself. Make the changes from within and you're going to be fine. Let's see if there's any surprises for Geminis for June. Well, it feels like financially. You're surprised at the money that comes in and the good breaks, like getting some good breaks, and people like compliments and people liking you and people wanting to help you and support of you. So I just feel like this surprise, like, wow, like I can't believe they did that for me. So I just feel this goodwill coming at you and it's a surprise. Like you're not expecting it. You're not looking for a handout. You're not looking for an accolade, but it comes anyway, right? And but not in the form of a handout, but in the form of recognition, acknowledgement, a job well done, support. And again, this could have happened already because with these eclipses, it could happen a month before and a month after. All right, you guys, thank you so much, Geminis. Have a wonderful birthday. Take care of yourself. Thank you for viewing and watching and liking my intuitive astrology. And my daughter has a new Instagram account, Angry Moon Sad Sun. So feel free to follow her. She's much more, she's technical in the astrology where I'm not. I'm very free flowing and intuitive, and she's precise and technical because she's trained in astrology and I'm not. So I hope you'll join her over there. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have an amazing, amazing month. Take care of yourself, take care of your health, keep the people close that you love, and thank you for viewing and watching. And I'll see you again next month.